Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt like life is pressing down on you so hard that you can barely breathe? Like every step forward feels like moving through a storm of pain and doubt? Well, I want to tell you something today. The pain you feel is not your enemy, it is your invitation. Pain is the universe's way of saying, there is more in you than you know. There is strength within you waiting to be discovered. Every challenge you face, every heartache, every setback is not a punishment. It is a lesson, a teacher, and a stepping stone toward your greatness. Pain is often seen as something to avoid, something that signals failure or weakness, but the truth is far deeper and more transformative. Pain is not your enemy. It is a messenger, a teacher, and an invitation to discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. When you feel the sting of hardship, whether it is physical, emotional, or spiritual, it is easy to shrink back, to believe that life is against you. Yet every moment of discomfort, every tear, every ache carries within it a hidden lesson and a subtle call to awaken your inner strength. Pain pushes you to confront realities you might otherwise ignore, to question your assumptions, and to reach for levels of courage that lay dormant until tested. Imagine for a moment a seed buried in the earth. The darkness, the weight of soil, the struggle to break through the ground, it is all a necessary part of the seed's transformation into a towering tree. Without resistance, without pressure, without the struggle to rise, the seed would never fulfill its potential. Human growth works in a similar way. Pain forces you to pause, to reflect, and to grow. It is in those moments when life seems most challenging that you are being called to step into a deeper understanding of who you are, to stretch your capabilities, and to expand the limits of your resilience. It reminds you that your life is not meant to be lived superficially, and that true strength is cultivated, not given. The discomfort, the difficulty, and the setbacks are all mirrors, showing you where courage, patience, and determination are required. When you stop seeing pain as punishment and begin to view it as an invitation, you change your relationship with life itself. You start to recognize that hardship is not a signal to quit, but a challenge to rise, a moment to push beyond fear, and an opportunity to claim a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. This shift in perception transforms fear into motivation, resistance into growth, and despair into purpose, allowing you to approach life with a sense of empowerment rather than helplessness. Growth comes through pressure, and this is a universal truth that transcends age, culture, and circumstance. Just as diamonds are created under extreme heat and immense pressure deep within the earth, and steel is forged in intense fire to become strong and unbreakable, human beings too are shaped and strengthened by the challenges and trials they face. It is often in the moments of greatest discomfort, when life seems harsh and unyielding, that our inner power begins to reveal itself. Many people run from difficulty, avoiding pain or seeking comfort at all costs. But it is precisely through facing pressure and adversity that we discover what we are truly capable of. Every struggle, whether it is a failure, a heartbreak, a financial setback, or a personal loss, serves as a tool to sculpt the mind, body, and spirit. When you push through hardship, when you refuse to be crushed by circumstances, you are forging resilience, character, and the kind of determination that cannot be taken away. Pressure tests your focus and forces you to prioritize what truly matters, teaching lessons that no book, class, or external guide could ever fully convey. It also exposes areas within you that require growth, qualities like patience, perseverance, empathy, and courage. Life does not provide these lessons on a silver platter. They are earned in the crucible of challenge. The discomfort may feel overwhelming at times, but each moment of struggle is a deliberate opportunity to build a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. This is why some of the most inspiring human stories emerge from places of extreme difficulty. People who endured great pain and pressure and yet emerged victorious, transformed, and empowered. It is important to recognize that pressure is not punishment, but a natural and necessary part of the process of becoming extraordinary. Those who understand this principle embrace challenges rather than fear them, seeing each obstacle as a chance to stretch, to expand their abilities, and to develop qualities that will serve them for the rest of their lives. The path to greatness is rarely smooth or easy. It is lined with tests that are designed to awaken the latent strength within you, and those who persist through the heat and pressure of life emerge with a resilience that sets them apart from those who take the easier route, who avoid difficulty, and who never fully realize the depth of their own potential. Control your response, not the storm, is a principle that can transform the way you experience life. Every person will face challenges, setbacks, and circumstances that feel completely out of their control. Storms will come in many forms: unexpected losses, failed plans, health struggles, or emotional turmoil. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, to believe that life is unfair, or to give up because the situation seems impossible to manage. But here lies one of the greatest truths of personal empowerment. While you cannot always control the external forces acting upon you, you have complete authority over your inner response. Your mind, your perspective, and your choices remain yours, even when the world around you is chaotic. When you focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your attitude, you reclaim your power and refuse to be a victim of circumstance. Every difficulty provides a chance to exercise this power. You can choose to respond with fear, resentment, or despair, allowing the storm to dictate your emotions and your future. Or you can respond with courage, clarity, and calmness, transforming the situation into an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. This does not mean pretending everything is fine or ignoring the reality of the challenge. It means consciously choosing how to navigate it with intention and wisdom. By controlling your response, you build resilience, emotional strength, and a sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external chaos. The storm may rage on, but your mind becomes your anchor, your decisions become your compass, and your integrity remains intact. Over time, this mindset reshapes your life. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as mirrors reflecting your capacity to rise above, to adapt, and to thrive. You realize that the only real power in life lies in your ability to act with awareness and purpose, regardless of what happens around you. Those who master this principle understand that life will always present storms, but it is not the storms themselves that define them. It is how they respond. They learn to move forward with dignity, to make choices aligned with their values, and to maintain hope and confidence even in the most turbulent times, turning adversity into a classroom for wisdom and a stage for courage, because ultimately the measure of a person is revealed not by what happens to them, but by how they rise to meet it. Mindset shapes your reality, and this truth is at the core of personal transformation. The thoughts you consistently entertain, the beliefs you hold about yourself, and the perspective you choose to adopt are far more powerful than any external circumstance. Life will inevitably present challenges, disappointments, and obstacles, but it is your mindset that determines whether these experiences break you or make you stronger. A positive, determined, and focused mind creates possibilities even in situations that seem impossible, while a negative or defeated mindset magnifies difficulty, turning minor setbacks into insurmountable mountains. The power of the mind is such that it can either be your greatest ally or your most relentless adversary. When you cultivate a mindset that embraces resilience, optimism, and faith in your own ability to navigate life, you activate a force that shapes your actions, your decisions, and ultimately the reality you experience. Every thought becomes a seed, and the reality you live is the harvest of those seeds. This is why people who focus on what they can achieve rather than what they lack tend to find opportunities where others see only obstacles. By choosing empowering thoughts, you create an internal environment where challenges are seen as lessons, setbacks as temporary, and potential as limitless. Mindset is not merely wishful thinking, it is an intentional practice of aligning your thoughts with the life you desire. It requires awareness, discipline, and a willingness to challenge long-held beliefs that no longer serve you. When you consistently train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems, to embrace courage over fear, and to see growth in every circumstance, you begin to notice profound changes. Opportunities appear, confidence grows, and even the most difficult circumstances are met with clarity and purpose. This is the transformative power of mindset. It allows you to rise above fear, doubt, and limitation, and to step into a reality shaped by conscious choice rather than reactive circumstance. The mind, when properly directed, becomes the architect of your destiny. Your perception of what is possible expands, and your actions naturally follow the trajectory of your beliefs. Those who understand this principle know that the quality of their thoughts directly influences the quality of their life, and they commit to nurturing a mindset that supports growth, perseverance, and unwavering belief in their own potential, because every day the world responds to the energy and intention that you project. Breakthroughs lie beyond struggle, and this is one of the most profound truths about human growth and achievement. Life has a way of testing us, of placing obstacles, setbacks, and moments of intense difficulty directly in our path. These challenges can feel overwhelming, leaving us questioning our abilities, our purpose, and our worth. Yet, it is precisely through these struggles that the seeds of transformation are sown. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to rise above your current limitations, to stretch beyond what you thought was possible, and to discover strength, resilience, and wisdom hidden within. Many people stop short of their true potential because they give up too soon, succumbing to frustration, fear, or exhaustion. But the reality is that the most significant breakthroughs often come at the moment when the challenge feels greatest, when your energy is waning, and when the temptation to quit is strongest. These are the moments that separate those who settle for mediocrity from those who rise into greatness. Struggle is not a sign of failure, it is a signal that something remarkable is on the horizon. Every trial you endure, every setback you confront, and every barrier you overcome is preparing you for a level of success, fulfillment, and purpose that could not be achieved without the struggle. When you embrace the idea that your struggles are necessary and meaningful, you begin to approach life differently. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you see them as gateways to personal growth, resilience, and achievement. You understand that pain, disappointment, and difficulty are temporary, but the strength, insight, and confidence you gain by pushing through them are lasting. The breakthroughs that await you are proportional to the effort, courage, and persistence you invest in the face of adversity. They are not handed out lightly, nor are they guaranteed to those who wait passively. They are claimed by those who are willing to endure, to persevere, and to keep moving forward when every part of them wants to stop. By committing to push through struggle, by refusing to surrender to fear or frustration, and by maintaining faith in your own abilities, you place yourself in the path of extraordinary transformation and achievement, because every challenge you face is a stepping stone, every moment of resistance a test of character, and every act of perseverance a bridge to the remarkable life that awaits on the other side.